out now on Blu-ray from Arrow Video is a film from 1949 called Manon, or if you're French, Manon, or if you are pretending to be French, Manon, if you want to be offensive. This is a film from director Henri-Georges Clouzot, who, not to be confused with Inspector Clouseau, was a director who did a lot of really high-quality films in France in the post-war era. This being just not much post-war. Most notable for Diabolique, or Les Diaboliques, which is one of my favorite thriller films of all time. Anyway, this film is a drama. Having watched the whole thing, obviously I've watched the whole thing if I'm talking to you about it, I feel like this might even fall into the noir category to a degree as far as when you look at the definition of noir. It's just after the war. A soldier meets this woman who is on her own in just freshly deoccupied France and takes her under his wing and eventually falls in love with her. The problem is she really is desperately wanting to avoid poverty. So she keeps doing things to make money that her husband doesn't necessarily know about or approve of when he finds out, and she has him do increasingly more desperate things to make money so that they can live above poverty in a world that is not sure where it's going to go. So this film was really a knockout to me. It went in so many directions. It starts off with these people being found on a ship at sea that is basically smuggling Jews into Palestine. And so not knowing anything about what this film was going to be about, it keeps changing direction in a good way. And then the majority of the film, these people are found out as stowaways on this steamer ship. Then it jumps back in time to show you how they met and how their relationship has led them to this place. And it's pretty harrowing. And the things that the wife just does to make money then are something that most husbands would not be too into, as far as I understand. And it's increasingly desperate, these two people trying to make money, doing shady deals, dealing with people on the fuzzy periphery of the law. And eventually it leads to a climax that I'm not even going to come anywhere near, but it was something I never expected. I thought the movie was going to wrap up and then it kept going. And I'm like, well, where's it going from here? And it goes to this large-scale, shocking ending and very poetic at the same time. Very, very unusual. And Clouzot was good for that. So film is shot in black and white, gorgeous, crisp black and white. It's Arrow, so it looks amazing. Performances are from a cast that I didn't recognize. I'm not well versed in late 40s French cinema. So as far as I was concerned, I was watching these characters. I didn't bring any history or baggage to it from anything else I had seen. And the drama was just like jaw-dropping and shocking. I say noir because one of the definitions of film noir is the whole notion of the femme fatale, the woman that the male lead becomes obsessed with and will crawl through broken glass to be with and to please. Most of the time she's got ulterior motives and is sort of a villain. I think that overall structure can be applied to Manon, but she's not really a villain. She's just somebody trying to look out for herself above all others. But when you look at it in that light, where this guy is going through all kinds of things, and repeatedly most men would be like, this is where I check out. But he doesn't. His love is true, and he takes it right to the end of the story. And the end of the story is pretty amazing. So this movie was like a rabbit punch to the head to me. I'd never heard of it. I didn't know what to expect, and I wound up loving it. This is very, very good. Extras are a little bit light on this one. You get a sizable 20 or 30 minute, I think, critical appreciation of the film and of Clouzot as a whole. So this gives you some context for the other things the director had done, what his themes and obsessions were, and how that comes into play with Manon. And then you get an hour-long French TV episode of a TV series that interviews Clouzot about literature. This film was based on a book. Diabolique was based on a book. He often did things that had a literary basis. And this is just interviewers in 1970 in black and white talking to Clouzot and his wife on a boat and in this small French town about various authors and what he feels about them and what he feels about the themes. And it's very, very interesting. It doesn't really relate to the film that we're watching directly, but overall it kind of does. So this is an Arrow release. It's out now on Blu-ray. I would highly recommend this if you are just into French film, French cinema, and 40s cinema in general, and film noir, which this kind of vaguely falls into. This is Manon, and it is out now.